This subject keeps coming up, so let's go ahead and talk about rejection and a feeling of abandonment and not feeling good enough after someone else outside of you either ignores you, minimizes you, invalidates you. Maybe they cheated, or they break up with you. They decide they don't want to be with you anymore, but they're dating someone else. Whatever the experience is that creates rejection or feeling of abandonment or a feeling of, I'm not good enough. I wasn't good enough for this person. I'm never going to be good enough. This type of thing is always happening to me. Let's see if we can clear the energy. Okay. So I invite you to take a nice deep breath because this is a very heavy subject. And so many of the people that I'm working with seem to be experiencing this kind of thing right now. Um, it's really interesting how we allow someone else's behavior to impact us so significantly, right? All of us humans, we have to really work very hard to protect our heart space, to protect our self esteem, our self image, because, interacting with other humans, loving other humans, allowing other humans to be a part of our world and a part of our life experience. It comes with perks and benefits, and it also comes with side effects and consequences. And one of the side effects or consequences of loving people and allowing them in is that they do have the potential to hurt us. Um, Interacting with humans is a great mystery. It can be phenomenal and so wonderful and so empowering, and it can also be gut wrenchingly painful and debilitating. The big lesson for all of us to learn is to love, freely and fearlessly, but to choose wisely, right? We have a responsibility to ourselves to choose the right partners and to walk away when something is not healthy, when it's toxic, when it is hurting us. Um, but we also want to be mature when we love so that we allow other people to be who they are. Um, they shouldn't have to jump through hoops to love us. They shouldn't have to change their nature and change who they are to be with us. Everyone should be able to be their authentic self, but mature enough to be interested in growth and learning and healing so that we can be better in relationships. Isn't that amazing? If you have individuals who are healthy and mature, who are loving fearlessly, who are showing up with integrity and oomph and gusto and passion in relationships. I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, all relationships. It could be work, it could be relationships with your family or your parents. But if we have mature, healthy humans showing up with their love, with integrity, but also growth mindset, maturity, willingness to learn, willingness to accept change, willingness to grow through mistakes, willingness to talk things through. I mean, these are really beautiful, healthy relationships. And so when we're in partnerships where none of that is happening, where there's gaslighting going on and accusation and jealousy and people going through phones and a lot of cheating and betrayal and all the stuff, all the stuff. One of the healthiest things we can do is walk away from that and get out of it and heal first before we get into another relationship. But then when we do go into that other relationship, don't go in jaded, go in fearlessly again, go in open. And, this might be the one this time, but choose wisely, be mature, talk things out. I don't believe in going through people's phones. I just don't. I think it's a violation of privacy. And I feel like if you are at that place in your relationship where you feel you need to go through someone's phone and demand having all their passwords, then I don't think you're really ready for a relationship. And that person probably is not the right one for you. When a relationship is healthy, you don't have secrets. Now notice I said when a relationship is healthy. I'm not saying that there's not going to be secrets, and I'm not saying that there's not going to be betrayal. When a relationship is healthy, you don't experience those things. When the parties involved in the relationship want to be there of their own free will, and they're ready and they've done their own work and they're healthy and they're mature, you don't have low level consciousness experiences. It's a very different experience to be in a high conscious, healthy, mature relationship. So, dear hearts, listening to this, first of all, honor yourselves and love yourself enough to choose wisely in the first place. Okay. Choose people who want to be in partnership. Not now, let's identify what that means. Not just fans and not just people who are attracted to you. You're going to have lots of fans. All of you beautiful, luscious, delicious people are going to have fans, and you're going to have people who are attracted to you. That doesn't mean they're ready to be in a relationship with you. That doesn't mean they've done the work to be ready for a relationship. And this is where it gets interesting, sweethearts. Some of you are going to fall in love with people who just aren't ready for you and who can't match your energy. And some of those people are going to tell you they want to be with you and that they want to be in monogamous partnership with you. Some of them are going to propose to you and say they want to marry you, and they're still not ready. So this is where maturity comes in. Just because you fall in love, just because you make great love, just because you really dig their company and they love you and love to be around you, just because you live together, just because you've been dating a long time, just because they propose and give you a ring, that doesn't mean that they're ready. That doesn't mean that they're mature enough to handle you and all your parts and your energy. That doesn't mean they're even ready to match your energy. So let's be wise. Let's go into relationships with maturity and recognize the difference between dating and mature love. Dating does not mean you're monogamous. Dating and having sex with someone does not mean that you guys are mutually exclusive. I don't care what they said. I'm sorry, but we've got to be mature. I'm not saying distrust everyone. What I'm saying is until both of you are mature and healthy and demonstrating that you want this equally, then you're not necessarily in committed partnership. If you're in a relationship where your partner is always flirting with other people or even cheating, then I'm not going to judge that partner. They're just not ready. Okay. And it would behoove you, if that's what you want monogamy, to get out of that sooner than later. Why stay in an experience that's bringing you pain and heartbreak? And you can be mad at them and cheat, call them the cheater and this and that. But the bottom line is they're not ready. And their actions are proving to you that they're not ready, no matter what they say. Somebody's got to grow up and exercise the courage to be the mature one in the relationship. If your partner is telling you, I won't do it again, please forgive me, I want to be with you, but it keeps happening, they're letting you know, as much as they care for you, as much as they might even love you, they can't do this right now. They don't have the willpower and the ability to be monogamous. Maybe they don't even want to be monogamous. Maybe they want to be in a polyamorous relationship and don't have the courage to tell you that. Maybe they aren't done exploring and sowing their oats. You can be mad at them for that, but that's their nature and that's where they are. And why punish you and them for recognizing that the two of you are not on the same page? How about love yourself enough and love them enough to separate and let them be where they are, you be where you are, both get healing. And if at some point it is aligned for you to be with this person, then you can come back together. Now, another thing that's really important, when you feel rejection or you feel not good enough, I really want to encourage you to check in. Is it true? Is it really that you're not good enough? Or is it that you have a tendency, a cycle, a habit, a pattern of attracting and allowing in your life experience people that are not able to match your energy? Maybe they don't deserve to be a part of your life. Maybe they're not mature enough, healthy enough, strong enough. Maybe they're toxic. Maybe they haven't been in relationships enough to understand what a good relationship is, what a good person is, what a good partner, soulmate even looks like. people who haven't done the work, haven't healed themselves, or just don't have enough experience, time, and energy and wisdom, they're not going to bring to the table what you bring to the table. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. Why do you have to feel like something's wrong with you because of their behavior? And on that note, why is it that so many people assume that something is horribly wrong with them instead of just recognizing that a cheater or a liar or someone who betrays you just lacks character? Why is it that their behavior and their character, which clearly is not a match for yours, how is it that it can affect your nervous system and your heart space so much that you feel badly about yourself? How is that possible? Your brain and your psyche and your self-esteem have been hijacked, my friend, when you allow somebody else's poor behavior, their bad behavior, their consistent toxicity to wreak havoc on you and affect your self-esteem. We want to get to the point where instead of feeling like something's wrong with me, and therefore I have to spiral down and feel depression or feel anxiety, we want to get to the point where we quickly recognize, oh, okay, this is not a match. This is how the universe, this is how God, this is how my ancestors, this is how my nervous system is showing me that you're not the one for me. Okay, you have an OnlyFans account. That's fine, no judgment, but that's not what I envisioned in terms of a monogamous relationship. Oh, you are still seeing your ex. Oh, you still are having like playful, flirty conversations with people at work. Oh, okay. You know what? Thanks for letting me know. I realized we're not a match after all. I thought we were. I was giving my heart to you. I was falling in love with you. Woo, screech, pump the brakes. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for giving me clarity. Wow, I dodged a bullet. Man, here's your ring back. I'm gonna probably deactivate you from all my accounts. I'm not gonna, use your car anymore. I don't want to live with you anymore. I don't want to marry you right now. I mean, maybe if we do some healing work or whatever, we could revisit that. But let's not talk about monogamous relationships, being solo, being, being exclusive. Let's not talk about that anymore because clearly you're not ready. Why do we become so dysregulated and debilitated because of their bad behavior, because of where their character is, instead of recognizing it as the greatest gift on earth so that we don't invest any more time or energy in something that no longer serves us? You see, we don't have to get crazy. We don't have to go postal. We don't have to burn people's clothes. We don't have to make a scene at their job. We don't have to embarrass them in front of their family or go cuss the girl out because, and call her a this, that, and the other thing because she knows, he has a girlfriend and she's still talking. No, just pull out of that energy. These are all signs that that person is not ready for you and they are choosing to play at a different level of vibration and frequency than you choose to play at. Give yourself permission to cut off and release, dissolve the cords, cut the cords, let go of anything and everything that's not serving you without feeling badly about who you are. It's not rejection, it's actually a gift, helping you locate and identify where they are versus where you are. There's no need to feel badly and to go into, your cave and stay in there and not shower for 6 weeks and, only play sad love songs and then, to start self-harming. You don't have to go there. You don't have to do that. If you need to see a therapist, do. If you need to admit yourself into a residential treatment facility because you need a break or you need to go on a meditation retreat or yoga retreat, do it. But don't hurt yourself. Don't harm yourself because of what another did. Don't hurt yourself because another's not ready for your magnificent, beautiful energy. Release that. Release that pattern, that cycle, that old way of, that toxic way of thinking Release that tendency to allow other people's drama to infiltrate your calm, your peace of mind, to hijack you. Release that pattern of allowing toxic people in, energy vampires, users, takers, manipulators, narcissists. It's so funny. People keep saying, oh my gosh, that word is so overused. Everyone's talking about narcissist this, narcissist that. Well, guess what? There's a lot of them in the world. That's why we keep talking about it. There's covert narcissists and there's overt narcissists. There's a lot of them in the world. And that's why we've got to bring some balance and no longer tolerate behavior that is not appropriate and not aligned. Pull out of the energy that no longer serves you, that's not healthy. If anything makes you feel badly about yourself, that is a huge sign it's not for you. If you feel rejected, if you feel abandoned, if you feel dejected, if you feel not good enough, that is a huge sign to heal. Let's do some affirmations. Let's deactivate the low self-esteem. Let's deactivate the worry and the fear. Let's deactivate the self-judgment and the inner critical voice. Let's deactivate all toxic thoughts, everything that is causing you to spiral down. If you're around someone or dating someone or in romantic partnership with someone who makes you feel worse than you did before you met them, or if you notice your life is getting I don't know, shady and yucky and icky, if your finances are dwindling and you aren't going to work and you're not cleaning your house and you're not showering, if you're with a partner and you are spiraling down, becoming a worse version of yourself, please stop, pump the brakes, get out of that and heal. And remember who you are, reclaim your dignity, and reclaim everything about you that is lovely and beautiful and amazing, and get back on track. Sometimes we're the ones who have to check ourselves. When you feel like hurting yourself, or you feel like spiraling down, or you want to talk about how bad you are, or how horrible you are, or what's wrong with you, or you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not handsome enough, or you don't have enough money, or you don't work hard enough, stop, pump the brakes. You're amazing right now, just like you are. You're enough just as you are. All you have to do is pull out of a toxic situation that doesn't have the capacity to see you. Get away from people who don't have the ability to witness you. Release what no longer serves. Release what is beneath you. Release what is pulling you down and wanting to drag you through the mud with them. Exercise the courage to recognize rejection is protection, and then reframe it as a thank you, gratitude to God and the universe and your ancestors and whoever was looking out for you, to point out to you that this right here is not what we had in mind for you, dear heart. Let go of what no longer serves. Release those people that treat you badly, that lie to you, that betray you, that make your life difficult. If you feel like you've got to go through someone's phone or make a scene at their job or embarrass them or in front of their family, get out and get out quickly. Let go of that junk, because that crap is not what you came here for. You didn't sign up for this, and you know you didn't. Your nervous system and your body and your psyche and your heart space will thank you for alleviating your life of any person, any toxic human. And it's not always that they're toxic. Sometimes, quite frankly, you might be the one who's toxic. You're settling for something that's not aligned. Pull out of it. Love yourself more. Heal. And there's a lot of people that are immature that eventually are going to be amazing humans. They're making some mistakes right now. They're doing some stuff, they have flaws, and they're being silly, and they're being shady. And, in a few years, 5 years, 10 years, when they get some healing and they mature and grow up, they're going to realize, wow, I really lost a real one. I lost a good one. What was I thinking? But they just weren't ready. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're all human and we all have to grow up. Nobody's exempt. We've all made mistakes and we all have to heal. But if you're in a growth spurt or growth cycle that is not aligned with the person you're dating, exercise the courage to remove yourself and stay on track. Dear hearts, if you're on track, stay on track. If you're off track, get back on track. Okay? Stay on track or get back on track. Love yourself more. Honor all that you are. Pull out of situations, circumstances, situationships, relationships that are not healthy. Disconnect from energy that's toxic. Deactivate the impact of their words, actions, behaviors, and their character from your psyche, from your nervous system. Deactivate the residue, the slime, if you will, the yuck from their behavior, their remarks, their words, their cold actions, their betrayals, whatever it is, their immaturity. Deactivate that residue from your system, your body, your heart, your mind, your thoughts, your energy field. Release yourself from every single toxic, icky, yucky thing that they do and have done. Cleanse yourself, release yourself, let it go, and love yourself more. And in this way, when you love yourself enough to pull yourself out of anything toxic with another person, in this way, not only are you honoring yourself and fortifying neuropaths in your brain about who you are and your own self-love and your own self-dignity, you may just be the catalyst for that other party changing and healing. People with a bad character, people who play small with their lives often continue to do so because the people around them tolerate their BS. When you're no longer willing to co-sign someone's BS, oftentimes, if they're mature enough to grow through the experience, it is the catalyst for great change for them. Walking away from partners that are not treating you well often is the thing that will cause them to grow and heal and be better for the next person. Now, there's going to be some people they're never going to change. This is who they are in this life. They choose to play small. They choose to betray and lie and cheat and steal and do all of that. And that's not your assignment. Remove yourself from that. Love yourself, heal yourself so that you can find a matched energy and align yourself when the timing is right with someone who deserves to be in your beautiful, energy field and to experience the wonder and mystery of who you are.